never knew it would get so bad. It started off with an antique vase. Next thing I know is I'm spending $75 for a piece of driftwood.
There is a growing epidemic that has been ravaging millennials in the last couple of years, specifically targeting the basic bitch and gay communities with severe consequences. This disease consumes a person as well as the family around them, in extreme cases even resulting in overdoses in the form of becoming a hoarder. Instead of buying cool things like Lego and PlayStation 5s, people are now buying things like this. This is the epidemic of home decor.
I never knew it would get so bad. So, a couple of years ago, my fiance and I bought our first condo together, and I wanted to, make our space feel like a home. So, after those first initial purchases, I decided to go online for some inspo, and that's when I really got exposed to it. Honestly, I loved it. Sad to admit it, I still do. After a long day at work, I would come home and hop on Insta or YouTube and just hang out. These people, almost became my friends, and I felt like I could trust them.
These influencers have been coercing our healthy members of society and hooking them on this destructive habit. I wanted to experience firsthand the tactics that these dealers of death use on our youth to get them hooked on this dangerous drug. These influencers want to come off as your friend so they can earn your trust.
Hello, sweet friends. Welcome back to my channel.
Some of them are actually quite charismatic, and I will say I learned quite a lot about mid-century modern design and how clean lines and organic shapes create an elegant yet timeless aesthetic in regards to the spatial dynamics within the living and breathing space, creating a holistic and down-to-earth approach to living. After what I thought was about 30 minutes, I realized I had spent over 3 hours browsing their content. I couldn't believe they had almost got me. But this just shows how it's easy for anybody to fall under the influence of these influencers.
Most of the time, they would just talk about design choices and what was in or not in. It helped a lot with understanding style and aesthetics and what makes an interior just come together. But there would be other videos, typically known as hauls, in which they would show a bunch of items or pieces of decor that they just purchased from Target or Crate and Barrel or wherever, and a lot of the time, I knew I had to try it in my space too. So, I would just go out and buy it.
Hauls, Target, Crate and Barrel. I wasn't fully familiar with the terminology yet, but did these influencers actually have connections directly to the source of this nefarious drug? Were these influencers being compensated for pushing these substances into our communities? They did. Most, if not all, of these influencers have connections leading straight to the cartels that sell these pieces. These influencers were being paid directly by these organizations with quote-unquote sponsorship opportunities or affiliate links. I was astounded and sickened by just how deep this went. I had to delve deeper into this underground world. I wanted to see just how difficult it was to acquire one of these home decor pieces for my own. So, where would you go to get these pieces again?
I used to love going to Target. Crate and Barrel was another one, and if I could afford it at the time, because it's kind of pricey, I would go to our house.
My investigation quickly led me to one of the biggest organizations within the decor trade, and that was the Target cartel. They mostly specialize in entry-level decor. Nothing too serious, but still serious money wasters, and a trap for impressionable basic bitches. But I couldn't rest there. I knew there were other organizations dealing in much more serious and dangerous decor, and I needed to find them. It took a while, but after some digging, I finally managed to get in contact with the more nefarious organizations of the Crate and Barrel Syndicate, as well as an organization that referred to itself as Our House. The inventory that these organizations had was vast and deadly. For the wallet, at least. Vases, platters, logs and rocks, everything and anything a user could want, they had. For prices that were just too insane for the average person to rationalize in their head, but not to those who had already fallen victim to this deadly decor addiction. Luckily for us, this decor trade by these organizations was conducted within a black market site referred to as a mall. And knowing millennials, physically going to a mall is an arduous task that few are willing to make.
Oh yeah, they have an online store as well.
What? I thought we were safe. I thought our communities were safe. But then I Googled these monsters. Lo and behold, I found them. No dark web or VPN needed to access their sites. All of their inventory was right in front of me, ready to be purchased. I must admit, I was tempted a couple of times to purchase some charming and exquisite pieces that would fit right in with my minimalistic mid-century chic look. But then I checked the price and realized the traumatic life position I almost put my family in. Within a few clicks, a user can purchase whatever dose of decor they want, ranging from candle holders to antique vases, all the way up to decorative ping pong tables. The ease of use our communities have to purchase this poison is almost like Amazon. These organizations even had a cart. It is unclear how or if this epidemic can ever be stopped. But at the very least, it can be slowed down. And you can help us do that by being aware of the obvious signs of an addict. Some cues from a loved one may be, "Hey babe, let's go to Target." Or, "Hey babe, do you think we can get some more pillows for the couch?" The answer is no. And with your help, we may be able to slow down the spread of this nefarious disease.